Welcome everybody, my name is Michael, and today we are discussing Michael Saylor purchasing another 51,780 Bitcoin. That is correct. $51,784 billion worth of Bitcoin, in addition to the billions and billions of dollars of Bitcoin the company's already holding in its reserves. And he bought it at basically the new all-time high, which means he doesn't care. He's bullish. He's ready to get in on more action. We reached above a 93,500, basically inching towards 94, and very soon will be at 100. Now, before we get to 100, there's a huge wall at 95 and right below 100, but that's okay. There's always going to be some resistance because everyone wants to sell. A lot of people who have been holding since 20 or even below want to sell. Even if you bought at 50, you want to sell for double your money. That's fine. But some analysts are predicting we're going to go all the way to $180,000 this cycle. Maybe analysts, well, judging based off the past historical cycles, most of the time we're wrong. I think that's a little too bullish. But if we go well above 100, like 120, 130, 140, that'd be super nice. And this would be very encouraging for many companies and ETFs and plenty of new investors as well. Because remember, we were talking about Bitcoin back in 2017. That was a long time ago now. We're turning into 2025. We're turning into the old guys of cryptocurrency. And now the new age is coming into fruition. You got teenage investors turning 18 and they're deciding, you know what? Let's go all on red. Okay, in this case, all on Bitcoin. So instead of the casino, it's a little healthier, I guess. Bitcoin dollar cost averaging, and TikTok's been exploding, and you got a lot of crypto advice and crypto gurus. And I guess in a way that's a good thing, you know. You get the youth that are learning how to financially, hopefully, protect themselves if the dollar ever collapses or if they ever have to move abroad. And this is one of those assets where, despite all of the bad things you hear about it, and yes, it is cyclical, and yes, there's issues. With Bitcoin, you're able to purchase so many other altcoins that, based off of, for example, Solana or Ethereum, there's hundreds and hundreds and thousands of tokens based off of these. And most of them, yeah, they're not great at the moment. However, there's a couple companies that are really advancing. And it's a safer bet than gold. It's a safer bet than many other assets right there. I just wish I held more Bitcoin. I really wish I could go back in time, buy Bitcoin, listen to myself, and, you know, I'd be rich today. But I didn't, so that's okay. We've learned our lesson. What has happened other than that in the news recently? Well, a lot. Michael Saylor has announced that the company currently has 331,300 Bitcoin, I believe. And that was valued at like $16.2 billion. That's crazy. That is a massive whale right there. And their average cost of owning the Bitcoin was like $49,300. So part of that is, it wasn't all of them. They did take out loans with other companies and investors. But majority, they're making money. And especially if Bitcoin continues to go up, I mean, these guys are going to dominate the world. Now, some big news. One, as of just a couple minutes ago, Trump said to consider the cryptocurrency lawyer Teresa Guillon, I butchered that name, to lead the Securities Exchange Commission. She was a former SEC attorney. They now she's representing blockchain companies, and one token project founder said she would be an instant change maker. She's pro cryptocurrency, she's non-bureaucratic, and the SEC needs a drastic overhaul, lighter touch regulation. So that's a good thing for many cryptocurrency holders. She's a partner at the law firm Baker Hostetler and a co-lead of its blockchain team. Trump also promised to make the United States of America the crypto capital of the entire planet. And part of that is the National Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. It's a very ambitious proposal to establish it. And they're hoping to establish it with around 200,000 Bitcoin, worth approximately $18 billion. The plan would require the government to acquire up to 200,000 Bitcoin annually over 5 years, potentially getting up to 1 million Bitcoin, which, to give you a big perspective, is around 5% of Bitcoin's total supply. This strategic Bitcoin reserve is a little improbable, to say the least, because of the sheer amount. It is rather groundbreaking, but it's highly improbable under the current market conditions. And establishing such a reserve would mean that the United States government, which is basically backing Bitcoin at this point, and they're directing public funds into it, and they're endorsing it as a national asset, it runs completely against what the government has been preaching about cryptocurrency so far. And right now, with Bitcoin's limited market capitalization of just $2 trillion, it's not there yet for such a huge level. If they were suddenly pouring in 200,000 Bitcoin buy orders per year, the market would go crazy. They would be overpaying for this. Now, ultimately, if it's a downscaled plan, it's still a very cool idea. And on top of that, not only is the U.S. federal government, potential consideration here, but Trump Media Technology Group is reporting talks to buy the crypto platform Bakkt for over $100 million. In addition to that as well, Goldman Sachs just disclosed owning $710 million Bitcoin through their ETFs per the SEC filings. And Pennsylvania, not only the federal government, but Pennsylvania wants to allocate 10% of its $7 billion reserves to buy Bitcoin if it passes the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve Act. So we're in a very interesting place. Van Eck said they own over $100 billion of assets. They're saying their prediction is $180,000 for Bitcoin this cycle. Bitcoin did surpass the oil company Saudi Aramco. It did surpass silver. I mean, next we're talking huge companies, Apple, Microsoft. I mean, this is new territory for Bitcoin. Overall, not too long ago, Microstrategy did buy basically $2.1 billion of Bitcoin, and now they're buying billions more. The total market capitalization of everything is approaching $3.1 trillion, with Bitcoin kind of at the helm there, 1.82, 1.83 billion, 1.8 trillion, with a total 24-hour volume of over $75 billion over the past 24 hours. I mean, that's crazy. And that is pretty much that. So thanks for watching. What do you think? And have a great rest of your day. Take care.